Good evening, welcome back to this segment of the Tonny and Tim show. I'm Tonny.
And I'm Tim.
And we kick things off by saying that we grieve with the Leicester City family there who lost their president, their chairman, Mr. Vichai, over the weekend in a very tragic accident in which a helicopter crashed just outside the stadium on Saturday. Very tragic scenes there. But we had a very big game in the championship being played there, of course, in England. Spurs hosting City on a very poor pitch.
Yeah, Tony, it's one of the worst pitches I've seen in the Premier League all my lifetime, Tony. It was so poor. It didn't look.
They have to find themselves.
Yeah,
like someone on Twitter said.
No, they don't have to allow this mistake again, Tony. It was horrible. It didn't look like a football pitch, but nonetheless, the game went on.
Very interesting. To start that game, Benjamin Mendy had a comment. He said, "We used to play on such pitches growing up."
Yeah.
So for him, he said it shouldn't be a problem for anyone. Very poor surface there in which Spurs lost to City through an early goal. Riyad Mahrez coming up with a very sweetly taken goal in the 6th minute there, created by Sterling. A mistake from the defense.
Huge mistake, Tony. Actually, I want to mention that Trippier initially was blaming the keeper, and I was wondering what did the keeper have to do in this mistake of his. I thought if you're clearing the ball, Tony, you have to get it right. If you're playing the keeper, it has to be spot on. But I thought he even opened his body after Sterling made the run. He should have covered well, but again he let Sterling round him, and I thought it was poor defending from Trippier.
Very poor defending, definitely from Trippier. But I think also that Hugo Lloris has gotten it countless times.
Yep.
This was another episode of him trying to rush off his line and misjudging the entire goal. He looked out of place. By the time the cross went in, the goalkeeper has no chance to save that ball. And yet it was played almost at the near post. So I think both players are probably to blame in this particular game. It ended 1-0. Very solid performance from both clubs. But Manchester City showing how good they can be in a game where they haven't showed as much attacking football as we know. They created a couple of chances, 17 shots, 13 shots that they had in that particular game compared to Spurs 4. But limiting Spurs to only one shot on target the entire game, and that coming in the 61st minute.
Yeah, Tony, it makes you see the divide between Man City and Tottenham. I think Man City has to gone to a different level respective to these other clubs, because you cannot play at home, Tottenham, and wait an hour to get a shot on target. That is totally unacceptable. Whether the pitch is poor, I thought Tottenham were pathetic. Lamela was out of thoughts. He would make runs, but they were endless. You could not see where is that leading to. Lucas Moura was poor on the day, and I thought well deserved. They're lucky not to have been punished more than one goal, Tony.
Very interesting. Of course, we know that Spurs came into this game with a couple of injury worries of their own. Christian Eriksen, who is their deep-lying playmaker, was just coming back from injury. We saw him making an appearance. Dele Alli has been out for an extended spell. So you can understand why Eric Lamela, for example, was playing in a number 10 position on the day. A player that we know is more suited for probably a right or left wing. So it was very interesting to see how Harry Kane would feed off this kind of wingers that were playing behind him. Musa Sissoko is a player that I don't think has kicked on in a Tottenham shirt.
Not yet.
He hasn't showed anything going forward for me in the first couple of seasons.
He had a very good ball that should have assisted someone to finish it, Tony. I thought that was something. Tottenham should blame themselves. There was the Musa Dembele chance, I think there. There was a chance for Harry Kane along the way. A glorious chance, Tony. I think the best chance of the game fell to Lamela. So Tottenham should blame themselves here.
Of course, the coach has come out to protect him. He says that the pitch was poor. The ball bounced just before it reached his leg. They are very interesting. But credit to Manchester City's defense. They've been very solid. They've not conceded a goal in the last 10 games.
Tony, that's an amazing record. I think it's Van der Sar made, I think, about 12 or 13 games. That, Tony, will help them, I think, go all the way. And Liverpool leaks in goals now. Man City does not concede. We all know that strikers win you games, defenders win you championships, and Man City seems to be going there again.
Very interesting. Of course, Manchester City getting those 3 points away from home with Kevin De Bruyne, we know, returned in this particular game, showing now the depth that they can have. Of course, he was on the bench for this one. Riyad Mahrez having a very solid performance. I think he was trying to show that to try and justify his 60 million price tag is definitely not yet showed as much as he was.
Not yet, no.
City, but last night, I think that he played a very, very brilliant game. And of course, we know Bernardo Silva continues his very brilliant form there, of course. And I think the centre-back pairing of Aymeric Laporte and John Stones is probably Manchester City's best.
Could be the number one choice of their pairing, yeah.
Very interesting there. Manchester City getting 3 thoroughly deserved points in a very, very poor surface at Wembley. We'll be returning after the break with more of the results. Don't go away.
Girl, you're the one now, give me the night. And who do you call in the middle of the night?